morning, dear students. I am Ms. Navida Sheikh from Brahan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika MCGM virtual class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In today's session, we'll be learning something new and interesting from a science textbook. So let's get started.
Good morning, dear students. I am Mrs. Navida Sheikh from MCGM Virtual Class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In today's class, we'll be learning a very interesting chapter from your science textbook. Now, the chapter's name is Cell Structure and Microorganism. Now, this is the very beginning of this chapter, and as the name suggests, the meaning is very simple. We'll be learning about the cell and the structure of it, and also about microorganism. Now this is the first part, and we will break down the chapter into two parts. And the first part will be talking about the cell and the cell structure, and in the next part we'll be learning about microorganisms. All right, so let's get started and learn something new and interesting. Now if you have a look at this picture, that is a book. Now whenever you talk about a book, how do you get a book? When you see a book, you have so many components coming together to form that book, right? The very first component of a book is the letter you write. Then many letters, they form words like A, B, C, D. And if I'm talking about many words, when many words are joined together, they form a sentence, right? So what is happening now? एक लेटर से शुरू किए थे, बहुत सारे लेटर्स मिलकर एक वर्ड बनता है. लाइक इफ आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट एन एप्पल, एक एप्पल लिखने के लिए मुझे लेटर्स की जरूरत है, राइट? सो आई टेक वेरियस लेटर्स लाइक ए, पी, पी, एल, ई. नाउ दिस इज अ वर्ड, and if I want to write down an apple a day keeps the doctor away, now that is an entire sentence which involves many words, right? Now, many sentences like this, they form a paragraph. We have all known about what is a paragraph. We have learned this in English, right? Now, many paragraphs, they form one lesson. And many lessons form a book. So, this is how a book is formed, right? So, एक बहुत ही basic चीज से एक बड़ी book बनती है, ठीक है? Same way, things in our body are also organized. So, let's have a look at that. Now, how a house is built. Now, there are different things involved in making a house as well. You need a brick, many bricks come together, they form a wall, right? Many walls, when you combine together, it gives you a house, right? So, this is how a house is built. So, कोई भी चीज शुरू करने से पूरा बनने के लिए एक बेसिक चीज की जरूरत होती है. The very first thing that is required in building the house is the brick. Same way when we talked about the book. In the book also we need to have letters. Now letters are required in order to make the entire book, right? Let's have a look at another example. So here you can see the level of organization. First is a cell. Now how we learnt about how the house is built, how a book is written. So what are the things that go about? Same way in our body also, you have the very basic thing, that is the cell. Now many cells of the same type, when they come together, they form a tissue. And many tissues, they come together, they form an organ. Now many organs, when they come together to function and do a work in your body, it is called as the organ system. And many organ systems in your body, they form an entire organism. Now I'll give you a very simple example. Now here cell to समझ में आ गया, tissue समझ में आ गया. Many tissues of the same type. Like for example, we're talking about stomach in this picture. So when we're talking about stomach, stomach के tissues अलग होते हैं, ठीक है, as compared to other organs in your body. Stomach है, फिर intestine है, large intestine है, small intestine है, esophagus है, ठीक है. The anus, you have liver, gallbladder, all these things are different organs in your body. They are coming together to perform one function, that is digestion and assimilation of your food and excretion. ठीक है, तो ये सारी फंक्शनिंग ये सिस्टम कर रहा है. वैसे हमारी बॉडी में बहुत सारे ऑर्गन सिस्टम्स हैं, है ना? Like the respiratory system is there for the exchange of gases in your body. Then you have excretory system in order to remove the waste from your body. You have the nervous system which helps you to react and see and sense things. You have the skeletal system. Okay, so there are many systems in your body which are working together to form an entire organism. पूरा इंसान बनने के लिए बहुत सारे ऑर्गन सिस्टम्स की ज़रूरत होती है, बहुत सारे ऑर्गन सिस्टम्स साथ में मिलके काम करते हैं तो एक ऑर्गेनिज्म बनता है. ठीक है, तो ये हमारी पूरी बॉडी एग्जिस्ट करने के लिए सबसे बेसिक चीज क्या जरूरी है? सेल. ठीक है, सो वी विल बी लर्निंग more about cell in this chapter and let's have a look at it. So let us see the cell theory. All living things are made up of cell. Cells are the basic unit of structure and function in an organism. That is the basic unit of life. Cell comes from the reproduction of existing cells, that is cell division. So, who was the first to view the cell? Now, this is how the cell appeared under the microscope. Okay, this is the first microscope that was used to observe the slice of a cork, that is a dead plant cell. In 1665, Robert Hooke used a microscope to examine a thin slice of cork. ठीक है, एक प्लांट का जो बार्क होता है एकदम स्लाइस, उसका पतला स्लाइस लेकर उसे ऑब्जर्व किया गया अंडर द माइक्रोस्कोप. अब अर्लियर इन दोस टाइम्स द माइक्रोस्कोप्स, द लेंसेज वर नॉट दैट गुड कि उनको उसके अंदर की और डिटेल समझ में आ सके. तो दिस इज व्हाट ही गॉट टू सी आफ्टर मैग्नीफाइंग एंड सीइंग दैट slice of the cork. What he saw looked like small boxes or cell. Now this is how the first view of the cell appeared to him. Robert Hooke is responsible for naming the cells because उसे ये जो blocks थे ये एक cells के जैसा, एक rooms की तरीके का दिखाई दिया. ठीक है, तो पहले लोग cells कहते थे इसे. So that is why he named it as cell. Hooke called them cells because they looked like the small rooms that monks lived in, called cells. Alright, I hope this is clear now why they are called as cells. Anton von Leeuwenhoek. Now, what was his role? In 1673, Leeuwenhoek, a Dutch microscope maker, was first to view organisms, that is living things. Leeuwenhoek used a simple handheld microscope to view pond water and scraping from his teeth. Now this is how the microscope that he used in that time was used to look. Okay, he saw the pond water and he observed what he could see in that pond water, and he also took a few scrapings from his teeth. teeth के ऊपर जो layer आता है उसके अंदर भी उन्होंने देखा और he came to know that there are certain things that he could see. The beginning of the cell theory. Let's have a look at that. In 1855, a German medical doctor named Rudolf Virchow observed under the microscope cell dividing. Okay, what did he see? He saw that the cells are dividing. He reasoned that all cells come from other pre-existing cells by cell division. तो ये cells कैसे बन रहे हैं? जो already existing cells हैं हमारी body में, उसके अंदर ये cell division हो रहा है. Cell division, everybody has learned what is cell division. तो जब ये cells अपने आप में divide होते जा रहे हैं तो इससे हमारी body में cells बढ़ते जा रहे हैं. ठीक है? Now cells are extremely minute in size. Remember this. जो भी सेल है, अगर हम लोग ऐसे ही हमारा हाथ देखेंगे तो हम लोगों को कुछ भी नहीं दिखाई देगा, स्किन दिखाई देती है ना, सेल्स नहीं दिखाई देते. बट यही स्किन को अगर हम लोग एक थिन लेयर लेकर सेल को वो लेयर को लेकर अगर हम लोग स्लाइड में ऑब्जर्व करते हैं अंडर अ माइक्रोस्कोप, सो यू विल बी एबल टू सी सेल्स इन दैट. ओके, नाउ ये माइक्रोस्कोप इज अ डिवाइस इन विच वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ lenses are used. ठीक है, you are in this picture, you can see this is a microscope which helps to us to see the cells and the cell organelles which are there inside the cell. Okay, सेल ऑर्गेनेल्स इससे नहीं दिखाई देते हैं, बट सेल के अंदर का स्ट्रक्चर दिखाई देता है कि कैसा है वो, ठीक है. As cells are extremely minute in size, we cannot see cells with the naked eyes. Micrometer and nanometer are the units used for measuring their sizes. The compound microscope is used for observing cells. An object on a glass slide magnified many times by the lenses of the microscope. Now this is a normal compound microscope that is used, okay, earlier and now also we make use of these types of microscope in our schools and in laboratories. um, if for further studies, there are different types of microscopes called as electron microscopes, which can further magnify the cells and have you can have an image of what are the things which are inside the cell as well, okay. And in order to see the cell, the units that are used are called as micrometers and nanometers, which are extremely small that you cannot see through the naked eyes. Okay, so you have to remember these small things. Now remember, 1 centimeter is equal to how many millimeters? You have to find out this. 1 millimeter is equal to 1000 micrometers. 1 micrometer is equal to 1000 nanometers. So this is what it actually is, and how small these microorganisms or cells are under the microscope that you see with the help of the lenses that are there in the microscope. Okay, the lenses magnify the image and you can actually see कि यहाँ ये cell, ये जो skin है, ये जो layer है plant का, अगर एक slice लेकर हम लोग observe करते हैं तो हम लोग को पता चलता है कि अच्छा इसके अंदर ये भी चीज़ है, ये cell है, cell के अंदर का structure कैसा है, circular है कि it is rectangular, they are very closely packed, कि they are loosely held. This all you come to know with the help of the microscopes. Now being said that, cell size are something which are very important for us to understand. Now remember, सारे cells एक size के, एक shape के नहीं होते. Here you can see in this picture there are stem cells, there are blood cells, muscle cells and intestinal cells. Now all these cells are very different from each other in terms of shape, in terms of size, and in terms of structure also. The stem cells are, here you can see the size and the structure and the shape. Everything is very different from the intestinal cells or the muscle cells or the blood cells. उनका काम भी अलग है, उनकी जगह भी अलग है. सेम वे ब्लड सेल्स जो होते हैं उनका काम, उनका जो फंक्शन है, उनका जो स्ट्रक्चर है, इट इज़ वेरी डिफरेंट. उनका काम अलग पर्पस है. लाइक ब्लड cells are responsible for carrying oxygen in your body, for clotting of the blood, from fighting the diseases or germs which enter in your body. So this is what is the function of the blood cell. ठीक है, तो उनकी जगह भी अलग है, उनका काम भी अलग है और उनका स्ट्रक्चर भी अलग है. Same way muscle cells are also of different size. Different work is being performed by muscle cells. उनका काम अलग है, उनका shape भी अलग है. ठीक है, so let's have more knowledge about that. Cells are of many different shapes. Example, circular, rod-shaped, columnar, spiral, oval, rectangular, etc. Here you can see amoeba, which has a very irregular shape. You have a spirogyra, which is very different in shape as compared to amoeba. You have red blood cells, surface cells, muscle cells, a sperm, a bone cell, a nerve cell, that is a neuron present in your brains, and an egg cell that is present in the reproductive part of the female organ. Okay, so these are all different cell types of cells which are of various shapes. Here you can see कि किसी का भी shape एक जैसा नहीं है, सबका shape अलग है, size अलग है और function अलग है. ठीक है. Each cell contains various components for carrying out the life processes of the living organism. Every cell, I told you, has a different function to do in your body. अगर हम लोग स्टमक के सेल्स की बात करते हैं तो उनका काम अलग है. अगर हम लोग ब्लड के सेल्स की बात करते हैं तो उसका काम अलग है. So each cell has a various different contains various components for carrying out the life processes in the living organisms. These components are called organelles. Now here in this picture you can see that there is this leaf, and with the help of the microscope you can actually see what how minute cells are there in the leaf, and these cells have further division inside them. उसके अंदर भी चीजें होती हैं. Those components are called as organelles. The organelles are studied in detail with the help of the electron microscope, which can magnify images up to 2 into 10 raised to 9, that is 2 billion times their actual size. Alright, so if I have one cell जो हम लोग को एक नॉर्मल कंपाउंड माइक्रोस्कोप के थ्रू दिखाई देता है. Now if you have a look at that cell under the electron microscope, not the compound microscope. Now if we are using an electron microscope, you can see it 2 billion times more bigger than their actual size. Okay, so if you see something so big, you can actually see minute details inside the cell also. ठीक है. There are two main types of cells: animal cells and plant cells. These cells consist of various types of membrane-bound cell organelles. Now here in this picture you can see two types of cells, animal cell and the plant cell. They both look very different from each other. Plant cell का जो shape है, it is quite different from that of the animal cell. Now these cells have various things in them that we'll be discussing in the coming slides. The plant cells have a definite shape. You can see this proper shape, which is because of the membrane which is there outside, called as the cell wall around them. Besides, unlike animal cells, plant cells contain single large vacuoles. All these cells are known as eukaryotic cells. Okay, what are these cells called as? Eukaryotic cells. The cell has four main parts: the cell wall, cell membrane, cytoplasm, and cell organelles. Okay, the cell is divided in various parts. That is the cell wall, the outermost layer. Now cell wall is present only in plant cell. Okay, the cell wall is the outermost covering of a cell. It is present only in plant cells. Whereas the plasma membrane or the cell membrane is a kind of thin covering. It is extremely delicate and flexible. ठीक है, it is extremely delicate and flexible, मतलब easily move हो सकती है. It is the outermost covering of animal cells. So it is present in the outermost layer of the animal cells. Now remember, plasma membrane is also present in plant cells also. ठीक है, सेल वॉल भी होता है, प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन भी होता है उनमें, और सेल मेम्ब्रेन भी प्रेजेंट होता है. बट एनिमल सेल्स में प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन ही होता है एज द आउटर मोस्ट कवरिंग. It is delicate and flexible and hence they do not have a specific shape as the plant cells have. ठीक है, प्लांट सेल्स के पास सेल वॉल प्रेजेंट होता है, जिसके वजह से द सेल वॉल इज क्वाइट, इट इज मेड अप ऑफ अ डिफरेंट मटेरियल, सो इट इज hard and it is not very flexible. It gives a definite shape to the cell, whereas cell membrane is quite soft and delicate, and that is why it is flexible and it doesn't have a specific shape as the plant cells have. Okay, so I hope cell wall क्या है, plasma membrane क्या है, कहाँ पर है, is all clear to all of you. Now let's move on to the next part of the cell, that is cytoplasm, the liquid part in the cell. Now we are moving inside the cell. ठीक है, अब तक हम लोग खाली बाउंड्री पे थे सेल के. Now we are moving inside the cell. You have cytoplasm present. This is the liquid part in the cell. It is present around the nucleus and is called as cytoplasm. It occupies the space between the plasma membrane and nucleus. Cell organelles are scattered in the cytoplasm. Okay, the components that we're discussing are present in the cytoplasm. Okay, next you have the cell organelles. Now here this picture is giving you a very clear idea about how this cell looks and the interior of it. बाहर जो लेयर है पर्पल कलर की, जो बाहर एक लाइन दिखा रही है बाउंड्री, that is the cell membrane. Inside that you have the yellow region. This yellow region is the cytoplasm. साइटोप्लाज्म के बीच में आप लोगों को जो ग्रीन पोर्शन दिख रहा है, that is the nucleus. Okay. Now, after the nucleus, you can see that there are various organelles which are present, like Golgi bodies, lysosome, endoplasmic reticulum, vacuoles, mitochondria, plastids, etc. Plant cells also contain chloroplast. Now, I'll be explaining you all about each and everything in detail. So please have a clear look at the things that are there right now on the screen in order to understand what are the cell organelles and how they are arranged in the cytoplasm. Okay, so I hope this much is clear. Let's continue ahead. So now let's have a look at the various cell organelles that are there. The first thing that we're talking about is the nucleus. The nucleus is the most important organelle of the cell. Now, the cell organelle that we're talking about right now, that is the nucleus, is like the brain. Okay? Now, if the brain is not there, or if the heart, okay, if the heart is not there in your body is not going to function properly, right? Same way the nucleus. Nucleus is the head of the family over the cell organelles. Okay? It is the it is responsible for giving all the commands, and it has all the important genetic materials that are there in your body. It is present in the nucleus. Okay. Now there is a porous double membrane around it. Holes होते हैं. Porous मतलब small small dots होते हैं. The purple color dots that you see, the pores, those are the pores that we're talking about. The nucleus controls all functions of the cell. The endoplasmic reticulum is a sprawling net-like organelle. Here you can see this yellow color thing, net-like structure. ठीक है, ऐसा लग रहा है ना fold की भी pleats है. Those are called as endoplasmic reticulum. Alright, it is a sprawling net-like organelle. Its function is to make necessary changes in the proteins produced by ribosomes and send them to the Golgi bodies. Now, what are Golgi bodies? अब nucleus के अंदर जो भी material synthesize हो रहा है, it is sent through the endoplasmic reticulum towards the Golgi body. Now, this is the Golgi body which we are talking about. Now, these Golgi bodies are made up of several flat sacs. Here you can see their function is proper distribution of proteins. जो प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस हो रही है उसका प्रॉपर तरीके से डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होने का काम जिम्मेदारी है गोल्गी बॉडीज की. ठीक है. Mitochondria and plastids are organelles. Here mitochondria are the organelles with double outer covering. As mitochondria produces energy, they are called the powerhouse of the cell. ठीक है. तो हमारे जो पूरा सेल के अंदर जो चीज़ों को काम करने के लिए एनर्जी देता है वो है माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया. It is also called as the powerhouse of the cell. The chloroplast is present only in the plant cell. Okay. The chloroplast in plant cell carries out the function of photosynthesis. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पर photosynthesis का काम कौन कर रहा है? Chloroplast. We have learned about photosynthesis, right? Photosynthesis is a process that happens in plants during the day in the presence of sunlight with the help of chlorophyll, which is a green color pigment. और green color pigment कहाँ से आ रहा है? It is because of the chloroplast. Okay, so this is the chloroplast that we are talking about. Next you have the vacuoles. Now vacuoles, this holes that you see, the blue color portion that you see in the plant cell and the green color small vacuole that you see, these are very important because they help to throw out the waste products of the cell. And in case of animal cells, they are very small, whereas there is only one large vacuole in a plant cell. In some cases, they even store food also. ठीक है. vacuoles का काम होता है जो भी waste product आ रहा है सेल में से उसे बाहर फेंकने का काम है vacuoles का. Alright. So these are a few cell organelles that are mentioned in your textbook and we have discussed about it. You will be learning about these cell organelles in detail in your coming year in your 8th standard in a special chapter which is dedicated only to cell and the cell organelles. Okay, so you'll be learning more about them. So that is the reason this part is useful to you. If you remember now what is the nucleus, what are pores, what is endoplasmic reticulum, what is the function of mitochondria, what is Golgi body, what are vacuoles, what are what is cytoplasm, what is cell wall, what is cell membrane, what is chloroplast. ये सारी चीज़ें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है अभी याद रखने के लिए, ठीक है, ताकि नेक्स्ट ईयर जब हम लोग इसके बारे में और पढ़ेंगे तो इट विल बी मच ईजियर टू अंडरस्टैंड, ठीक है. सो आई होप विद दिस पार्ट इज क्लियर. So I hope with this part of the chapter is quite clear to all of you. In the next coming period, we'll be learning something new and interesting. Till then, thank you.
If you like the session, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can share and view the videos that we had today for you. And please do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you remain updated with all the latest videos that we'll be making for our dear students. This session was quite useful to you. In the next coming period, we'll learn something new and interesting. Till then, thank you.